Great news, folks. Great news coming out of Washington, the White House. Dr. Ben Carson has been appointed by the Trump administration as senior advisor to the president, advising the president on the issues of around agriculture and health. He is going to be the advisor for nutrition in particular and housing. So when I heard the news, I was actually very excited because when President Trump won his re-election, I really hoped that he would appoint Dr. Ben Carson in his cabinet, and I hoped that he would appoint him for HHS, but he didn't, and so I was a bit disappointed about that. But that's fine. No one really is owed a job as the cabinet member in the federal government, but you know, very few people in this world are actually bona fide geniuses. And Dr. Ben Carson is one of those people who is genuinely a genius. And so, him being an available resource for the Trump administration on issues around health and nutrition is actually very, very positive for the American people, especially advising the president on the issues around nutrition for poor and low income communities in the United States. So that's actually quite positive. He's going to be advising RFK, the HHS secretary, and he's going to be also advising the Department of Agriculture Secretary of Agriculture and the Department of Agriculture on issues around nutrition and housing. But my thinking here from the press conference that I saw is that they are really leaning into utilizing him for the varied experience that he has on issues around health, which require experienced researchers and doctors to advise the president on mostly on the policies around health. And as he was a key advisor to the president, even in the first term around the issues of COVID, even though at the time he was just the HUD secretary, he wasn't in the health space. But this news for me is very positive. I'm happy for this. I'm excited about it. I'm happy that Ben Carson is back in the White House. This is really, really, really good news for America. This is really, really good news for poor Americans who are struggling with health outcomes. I just also wanted to add that the Trump administration has already made it unlawful to use SNAP benefits to buy junk food, which is part of the process of them trying to steer Americans towards healthy living and healthy eating. And part of that process is trying to limit the intake of the poison, which is junk food. So if you are on SNAP benefits, food stamps, you won't be able to use that anymore to buy junk food, which for me is great, great, great news because America is one of the unhealthiest nations in the free world, and something really needs to be done about that matter. An addition of Dr. Ben Carson in the Trump team is great news for health in America. Cheers, folks.